Alright guys and girls, so currently in the process of building the server PC. So if any of you that don't know, I've got my two gaming setups in the living room, and I decided that I wanted a separate PC to run a farming and Wreckfest server on, amongst other things. So we're currently in the process of building it right here. So we've got a gigabyte generic motherboard and a i5 4700 CPU, 6th generation, 120mm water cooler and 16GB of RAM to go in here. So I don't really need a graphics card because the fact of it's just going to be running DOS boxes to run the servers. So yep, stick around and we'll get this thing sorted. So just going to chuck my phone over here so I can see the chat, and we're going to start screwing the motherboard in when I can find my tools. So I hope everybody's having a great day so far. So we're just going to get this motherboard installed. So this build's nothing fancy like the other two builds. This is just a generic server PC that's going to run a few of the DDL game servers on it. So we had an absolutely fantastic start to the day. I popped out to a friend's house to get a phone call from Jade to say that my darling daughter Harley had decided to stick something up her nose. So she is currently on the way to the hospital. I'm currently at home with Lacey building this PC. I don't know what the background noise is like. You might be hearing the washing machine because it is currently below where the tablet is. You might be hearing a bit of wind noise. Let us know if you can hear us, guys. I don't know how noisy it is. I might need to shut the window. So we're just trying to find the last few screw holes here. Yo Jay, how's it going? So yeah, this is just, like I said, this isn't anything fantastic. It's just a cheap little budget build to run, like I said, the Wreckfest server, the farming server and all of that. For some reason we've got an odd screw that was left in the old motherboard that's not correct. I'm trying to get that up out of there right now. So we can get this screw out. Don't look like he wants to play ball. Wow, that is that is not playing ball one bit. Can We'll need to see if I can get hold of that on the... I do believe that's pulled the old... Right, let's see if we can stand this up. Sorry, like I said, sorry about the noise. See if I can get a wee pair of pliers behind there to get hold of that. Which I don't think I can. Try and do it without busting the old bog the bog. Right, I might have to pull this motherboard back out of here, unless I can get the old pliers onto where I need to get them onto. Didn't realise there was a screw stuck in this motherboard when I got it. Always a bloody way. What's the oldest saying in the book? Life is sent to try us, and to try us it will. You're all good, Bogdy Bog. Good. Well, like I said earlier on, I've had an interesting start to my day. Harley is currently on her way to the hospital with Jade. Little madam decided to tear the foam part off of a makeup applicator and insert it into her nose. What's the oldest saying in the book? Love kids, couldn't eat a whole one. Oh, this is doing my tits in, this is. Don't even know where my normal bloody pliers are gone. This is what happens when you have women in the house and they don't leave your stuff alone. Yo-yo special K. Right, the motherboard's got to come back out, boys, because when it came out of the other case, it's pulled one of the motherboard standoffs with it, which I wasn't expecting to happen. Didn't even realise it was there, to be honest. Yo, Calvin. Like I said, this isn't going to be any sort of like full-on build. This is just going to be, like I said, just a little server PC. It's going to be running a 6th generation i5 CPU. 16 gig of RAM. Sorry if I don't get to all of your comments there, guys, but try to concentrate. But do hope everybody's having a good day. Better than mine, I suppose. I suppose anything's better than seeing your daughter in pain, and inserting things into the nostrils is not the greatest of ideas. Right. So let's find the fucking culprit. Get off. So, can you see that little fucking blighter right there? That has come off the previous case that this came out of. Didn't even realise that it was there. So now I need to get hold of that and a screwdriver to get it off. Oh, no you don't. There we go. So there's the little bastard. Right, we can now put this back together again. Round 2, ding ding, fight. Here we go again. Right, let's get the first screw in there to secure the motherboard in place. I'm currently getting attacked by the side panel that Jade's left on the floor. Get the side panel out of the way so I don't get beaten up by that. Right, happy days. How's your day going, Calvin? Right. Do. You've all gone quiet, folks. What's up? Why have we all gone quiet? This isn't normal for you DDL lot. You normally got more mouth than a cow's got a cunt. Right, there we go. One motherboard secured. So, there we go. You're on FIFA Mobile? Get off of FIFA Mobile. Right, so there is the little baby PC. I'm all good. You're going to get one of these, 2 these, when you come here to me. Right, so somehow this front of this case comes off. Oh, there we go. And look at those bad boys in there. 200mm fans. You can't say I ain't got no fans, boys. Because I have. R.I.P. my balls. Yes! Right, so we need to take this off of here and mount the radiator behind here. And you're probably saying, why are you doing it like that, Dave? Because this is a bigger fan, bigger surface area. I could stick it on the back one, which is 120mm, but the fact of this is a 200mm fan and it's got more surface area, which means it will be stronger than the 120 that's currently in the rear of the case. So we're going to stick the radiator for the all-in-one cooler behind the 200mm. These are also RGB. I don't know where. I presume the RGB is going to be in the outer ring. Oh, so we could. I mean, if I do upgrade the server PC later on down the road, then I will go with a 240mm water cooler. But for the time being, with a baby i5, it definitely isn't going to need it. It'd be absolutely pointless even thinking about whacking a 240 in here. It's going to be more costs that I don't need to spend. You know, I picked most of this stuff up for free. I mean, the only bit that I had to really pay for was the case. Done a rebuild for a friend of mine the other day, and he was kind enough to let me keep the older parts to build the server PC with. Yes, Dave K, you shouldn't even be using the Wi-Fi. Once you've got that thing plugged in your room where your computer is, you should be taking an Ethernet lead out of the bottom straight into the back of the PC. Like I said, 5G is a stronger signal, but it doesn't travel as far as 2G. But if you plug that Wi-Fi extender in that you've got, then out of the bottom of the Wi-Fi extender, plug in a Ethernet cable and run that into the back of your computer, then you should have pretty good speeds. Right, so we're going to get this back on here. If you're still out there, Mr. K, give me some sort of response that you heard what I said. Yes, you is fat bitch, you need feeding. I need feeding too, but unfortunately, like I said, the child sank up its nose, so it's currently gone to the hospital. So Jade's not here to feed me. But she did kindly enough get the case and everything out of the box, the tools that I needed, and laid them all out on the side ready for me like a good girl. Who's up for late night breakfast tonight then, bitches? Right, so that's the radiator mounted behind the 200mm fan like I wanted. That's the motherboard, the RAM, CPU and water cooler all inside the case ready to go. And we now need to plumb in the power supply. Again, this is just some cheap generic power supply, nothing fancy. Do. Come on and do the. Yes, Dave, I did hear you. Don't like it. Moved to 5G though, still on 2G. Well, if you plug the cable in, Dave K, then it will give you the strongest signal anyway. You don't need to connect to Wi-Fi and the cable at the same time. You pick one or the other, mate. It's not a case of you use both. If you're using the cable, turn the Wi-Fi off on your PC. Ain't that always the bloody way? One screw is missing. Lucky enough, I have this bag and this box of spares. When it comes to computers, kids, don't throw anything away because you don't know when you might need it. And now I need to find the particular bloody screw that I'm looking for. There we go, there's one. Thank you very much, mate. Right, if it's cabled, run a speed test and tell me what the speed is on the computer, because the other day when you used 5G, you was nearly 50 to 60 meg. Right, so power supply is in fantabulous. Right, now it's a case of routing the wires. So 24 pin to start off with is going to go up through there. It's getting plugged into the side of the motherboard. And then we have spaghetti junction. Am I going to be able to get this Is it that one or is it that one? It's this one. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Dad's at war. I'm ready to fuck you up tonight, bro. Fuck you up. So everybody that is currently watching, i.e. Dave K, Boggo, and everybody else, Dad's at war is joining us for Wreckfest later, and he's going to get his ass fucking spanked. So there you go, Mr. Dave K. Was Dr. Dave Tech right, or was Dr. Dave Tech right? So feel free tonight, boys, when you see Dad's at war on Wreckfest, fuck him up. Anastasia, welcome, welcome, welcome. Bring it on like Donkey Kong. Bop, bop, bop. Anyone who helps take Dave out is a legend. Oh, that's on the regular, mate. That's on the regular. We like to fuck each other up. Right, so that's the CPU power plug plugged in. It's 24 pin plugged in. See, Dave, I didn't do you wrong, bro. I didn't do you wrong. Right, so we need... Right, so what are we doing next? We've got to plumb these RGB fans in. That's it, Dave K. That's it. Pile on, Dad's at war. Fuck him up. Right, so we've got the CPU power plugged in. We've got the 24 pin plugged in. Right, these are... Oh, Ash, you don't know what you started, bro. You're gonna get fucked up by DDL. Fat fingers and building computers is not a good thing, guys. Oh, Calvin, such a letdown. Right, so somewhere around here in Spaghetti Junction land, we have a lot of wires. So, volunteering at Haven Street. God damn it. Right, that's that plumbed into there. Need to, oh yeah, they can fuck off around there. We've got a Molex on here. Molex anywhere? Yes. Yes we do. Right, so this needs to plumb into this. I was getting worried then that they didn't have a fucking Molex connector. Would have been pretty fucked if it didn't. Right, so all of this shite. The next question is where the woman put me cable ties. Knowing my luck, they're in the other room. No, they're here, they're here. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Calvin. Right, so to tidy up your computers, guys, and make everything a little neater, these bad boys come in really, really handy. Does help you so now it went from being like all the way over here to this tiny little piece here. Side cutters, clip that off, and then you can pull all of these other wires out of the way, and you can stick that in the bottom of your case down there out of the way, lovely and tidy, just like so. And then what we got here, we've got SATA power, which we're going to need 2 of, because we're going to be running 2 SSDs inside this PC. We're going to be running 2 PNY 240. So these are going to go on the back of the case here somewhere. Black plastic cable thingies, yep, cable ties, mate, they come in uber handy. Right, so mount one up there. So right, let's find out what screws fit this first. Oh, look at that. First one I picked up. Getting too fucking good at this shit, boys. Right, so I think I want to mount them on the back side so they're out of the way. But there's no light. Right, so there's one. So who wants a giggle right now? Any of you lads want a giggle right now? Yeah, it is. It's going to be for farm. This is going to be for farming, Wreckfest, and any other servers that we decide to run. Yo, Raider, how's it going? We're just giggling looking at you. Well, that's not the giggle that you're going to get out of this one, Calvin. So, last night, 2 AM, just about to get into bed, my phone goes off. And I'm like, who the fuck is messaging me at 2 AM? Turns out, it was Kevin Lavis. Kevin Lavis was messaging me at 2 o'clock in the morning saying that he was in trouble and he needed money. So then I said to him, why are you in trouble? What do you need the money for and how much do you need? Tells me he needs 200 quid, but then 10 minutes later he tells me that apparently it's not him on his account. So I asked him again, I said, so what do you need this money for? He says, I've got things on my Facebook. And I was like, what things on your Facebook? And he says, my bank account details. And I was like, so if you got your bank account details on Facebook, why are you in trouble? Yeah, it was rather fucked up, to be honest. Rather fucked up. Messaging me on Facebook Messenger at 2 AM asking for 200 quid. And then telling me it wasn't him. Yeah, I thought it was rather fucked up. Hey Rexy Rex. Right, so that is SSD number 1. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to put SSD number 2 below that down here, I think. I think that will be the best bet. Keep them in the back, out the way, nice and tidy. No Gaming Valor, I was like, well, he was telling me that it wasn't him asking for the money, that apparently his Facebook had been hacked. And I was like, well, how can you be talking to me and a so-called hacker be talking to me at the same time on the same account? Doesn't really add up, does it? It just didn't make sense. You know, how can a so-called hacker and the account holder be talking on the same account at the same time? Surely if your account had been hacked, you would have changed your password and then you would have hit the option sign out of all devices and then you wouldn't have the hacker on your account, would you? You know what I mean? Yeah, it was rather fucked up, Calvin, honestly, mate. No, he didn't want 50 quid, he wanted 200. But Ian, I mean, I'm not being funny. Even if you was paying for sex, they'd probably look at you and still say no. I'm sorry that's harsh. Sorry, not sorry, really. Right, so that's the best part of that plumbed in. So the SSDs are in, the water cooler's in, the RAM's in, the motherboard's in, the power supply's in. So now I need to plumb in the power. The power for the SSDs. What the fuck is this? Front USB headers. That's USB 3 header. And we need to give some power to these. No, it's not cheap round here, Jay. It's just Ian's a cheap date. I don't know what you're talking about, Calvin. Wouldn't do a thing like that. Right, so now the bit that I'm worried about is, do I actually have any SATA data cables? That is going to be the next part that, if I don't have any of those, which I don't believe I do, because I think I gave majority of those to Ian when we rebuilt his PC. Here's another fucking... so much stuff in this box, it's stupid. Oh, there's one, that will do. Radar, I received these parts yesterday, and even if I didn't have the parts, I'd go and rob them from one of the other computers. So it's not too much of a big deal. As I say, I rebuilt my mate's computer, and in return he let me keep the old parts. So it was a case of, I just ordered a case and started chucking it together. It wasn't planned, you know. It was just the opportunity arose, and I just grabbed what I thought I needed. I do believe that I've got I found another one. No, not excuses at all, Raider. It's just a case of, like I said, I rebuilt a PC yesterday. These parts were left here for me to use. I ordered the case yesterday and it arrived today, so I thought I'd put it together, and you know, like, I've got plenty of computers around the house that if I am missing a part, I'm sure I can nab it off of another computer. SATA data cables are not exactly that expensive. I could always pop up to Curry's PC World. But lucky enough, in my box of magic over here, we had 2 spare. Right. Yo, 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 Mr. Gadget's in the house, boys. Mr. Gadget's in the house. Long time no see, me old cocker. How you doing, mate? I'm going to route these round the other way to the flat side. The flat side is outside. Excuse me. Oh, get out of the fucking way. Told you fat fingers and PC building don't go together. Right, there we go. You all good, Chris? Nice one, bud. Glad to hear it. Where's the other one? Where be the other one? Wait, you sneaky bastard. Get in there. Right. Actually, that one can go back out of there. You better wire managed if it goes through that one there. Short head. Mate, I know the feeling. I say, my little one got with the missus because she decided to pull the end off of her makeup applicator and shove it up her nose. So she's up the hospital with the missus, and I'm here with the eldest one. She's in her room watching her tablet, I guess. Yep. Love kids couldn't eat a whole one, as they say, mate. Right, so now is for the USB headers to go through the case. And so what we've got here. Right, these ones can be cable tied together up the way. Like I said, guys, if you have got excess cables like all of this, you know, bunch it all up, chuck a cable tie around it, stick it in the bottom of the case out of the way. So much better than just ramming it all into the bottom of the case if you cable tie it first, wherever that cable tie pinged off to. Remember, cable ties are your friend. They're dirt cheap and they make your computer builds look good. There we go. And that can be tucked in there nicely out of the way, like so. Oh dear. Not good. I bet you was not a happy bunny. Right, so it's now time to, like I said, we're going to run the USB 2 header, USB 3 header, and the dreaded power plug wires next. So we're going to try and Chris, the question is, how is she still alive? Oh, you fucking would be the wrong way round, wouldn't you? You just had to be. Sweet vapes. There we go. Just remember, nice little pair of cheap snips comes in handy when doing things like this. Right, there goes the USB 2 cable, USB 3, cable. Let's get them plumbed in and tidied up. It wasn't me. It was Muhammad. Ash, suck my dick. Where the fuck has this even got a... Yes it has. It's all the way at the top. Ba, ba, ba. He's turned into Shaggy. It wasn't me. Right. And that's going to be better going through the other side. Fuck. So here's the fucking plug. Why ain't it going in? Right. It's all good, Shaggy. It was me. Right. Now comes the dreaded bit. I absolutely fucking hate this bit. Can't even read the fucking text on the motherboard, it's so tiny. Right, easiest way I'm going to do this is if I take a picture on my phone and then I blow it up. No, I need the camera on, thank you very much, Lee. Right, and that's how we do it. Because Dave's blind, HDD plus and minus reset, power plus and minus and LED. Right, so HDD is power switch, reset switch, power LED, HDD LED. on the blue one. Right. So that's on the blue one. Reset switch on the green one. Green one. Power reset switch and plus and minus. So power reset goes on that one. And the power LED I don't need. Right, so by rights, if my wanky eyes have served me any sort of purpose, this should power on. But knowing my luck, my wanky eyes have not served me a great purpose. And the power reset switch blah 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 is all round the wrong way. What did I tell you? Wow, there's fucking 3 buttons up here. What the fuck? Right, so that's clearly not plugged in the right way. I did say my eyes were shit when it comes to reading this small text. Unless the missus has taken the... Has she taken the fuse out the plug? Let's check that first before we go any further. Nope, fuse is still in there. Right. So I plugged the wires into the correct places that it's showing on the motherboard. HDD goes on blue, yeah. Reset goes on green, yep. Power goes on purple, which I've done. This is the bit that fucks me up every time because I can't read the fucking... Right. Right, I found the user manual online, so I'm just going to get that downloaded, and then I can actually see a better diagram of what's going on. So the print on the motherboard is uber tiny. I mean, I'll just show you here. I mean, this is a quite a zoomed in image. Where are we going? I mean, you're looking like at that text underneath that plug with all the colours in it. You know, it's uber tiny writing, and even with my glasses on, I can't see it. I don't understand why motherboard manufacturers make the fucking text so small. It's impossible to fucking read. Right, I'm going to have a quick look at the motherboard manual, and then we can go from there. Oh, can you stop being fucking retarded and just open the page? Thank you. Right, so we are looking for number 8. Number 8, front panel. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. 5, 6, 8. Right. Hard drive activation LED, reset switch. Right, and that's exactly the way it is plumbed on there. Right, let's turn them upside down. Turn them upside down because they go by polarity, don't they? They go plus and minus. So with this case, there is no plus and minus stamped onto the actual unit. It just tells you what the plug is. It doesn't tell you what polarity it is, which way, what's the plus, what's the minus. So what the fuck? Everything's all plumbed in. Everything's all plumbed in. Fuck's sake, really? So, even though that says power switch, so that says power switch there, and it also says power switch there, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. Right, let's turn the power supply off before I do that. So that is fucking stupid because it's printed on the motherboard as a certain way. I plumbed it in that certain way, and apparently that was wrong to the instruction manual, and it's still the fuck. So the instruction manual and what's printed on the motherboard is not the same. The fuck. What's that? This is ridiculous. Why the fuck do they not write on here what side's plus and what side's fucking minus? So we're just going to play the fucking guessing game now, I guess. Huh. Okay. Way. So the motherboard stated that it was meant to be on the red pins, which was wrong. So I then moved it. No, sorry. The motherboard said it was meant to be on the green pin. Let me see. Yeah, so the motherboard stated that the power plus and negative needed to be on the purple terminal, which is on the far right. But the instruction manual says that the power switch needs to be on the red terminal, which is on the third and fourth pin on the left hand side. And obviously, because there was no plus and minus, the actual switch was upside down, so it was reverse polarity. But there we go. One built PC ready to install Windows and ready to run Wreckfest and Farming Server. I don't know if you guys want to hang around and we'll get a copy of Windows installed. If you guys do want to hang around and have a chin wag, then I've got plenty more time to you know, I can move the PC over to the other side of the kitchen and we can sit and have a chat while I install Windows. Tote down to you. If you guys want to stay, say yes. If you're not, say no. Go. Yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Scottish lad said yes. Grant says yes. Install Windows 11. No. We will not be doing that because the only copy of Windows 11 that is currently available is a bent, cracked copy, and I don't really want to fuck up anything. No, got to rearrange my sock drawer, then fuck off. Right, so a lot of people saying yes, so give me a minute, we'll move this over there where the screen is and we will crack on. We'll turn the old camera around and we'll get this ready to install all of the REFERRAL server and everything onto. I mean, I don't think, personally, that this case is too bad. I mean, I paid like £39 for this case, or the peel, 39 quid, came with two 200mm fans in it. Happy days. Right. There we go, computer's powered down. So we're just going to tidy up the back of the case real quick, get some more cable ties in here, tidy all of this up. And then got to try and get the back on as well. That'll be interesting. No, it's not a bad server PC, mate. Like I said, majority of the components were free, so can't knock that. How you doing, Granty boy? What was that? Spray painted black and green. Not gonna fuck about with it, mate, to be honest. It's gonna go underneath the desk and that's where it's gonna stay. Like I said, it's gonna run 24 hours a day to run the REFERRAL server and that, but other than that, I mean, if I had more than a few people over and, you know, we was gonna go gaming and that, then this could be used as a gaming PC, but it wouldn't give that great of a experience because it doesn't have a dedicated graphics card. So, oh sorry Grant, I missed your message. Hey, I'm not bad, mate. The Wi-Fi isn't picking up my 2G. So it's what are you talking about? Plugging a dongle into the computer, Grant, or? I mean, personally, I mean, if you're running on Wi-Fi, I would buy a Wi-Fi range extender. If it was me, that's what I would personally do, because I mean, Dave Cage just bought one because his Wi-Fi was a bit shocking, to say the least. I'd say personally, I'd get a Wi-Fi extender, plug that in your room, run out the bottom of the Wi-Fi extender into your PC to give your PC wired internet, and it also acts as a hotspot, so your tablet will then connect to the plug that plugs into the mains in your room, so it won't have to try and reach the Wi-Fi router downstairs or wherever it is around your house. I mean, there you go, guys. That is all cable managed, nice and tidy, cable tied to the chassis. Hopefully the back will go on nice and easy now that they're all cable managed. I mean, this door is tiny. This is one of the tiniest lightweight doors I've ever seen for the back of a PC. Well, there we go. There's the back of the case on. Get the old bolts and plumb them in. Is that what you're talking about, Grant, or did I get the wrong end of the stick, bud? Right, this has also got a panel wherever the woman's put that as well. Where am I? Nice one, Dave. I tried that, mate. It's not a tablet. It's for an actual car. It's an Android 10 screen. It's got a Wi-Fi antenna for Wi-Fi, but it picks up Wi-Fi, but only gets 1 bar. Then knocking off again. Is there any way that you can the Wi-Fi antenna, if you go on to somewhere like Amazon or eBay, is there any way that you can take the antenna that's already there and get one that's got a longer wire on it? You know, if you've got one that's got a longer wire on it, would that not get closer to the router and pick up more signal? Sneaky. I haven't had any today yet. I'm looking for the side panel for this PC wherever Jade put it. And holy shit, it is actually glass. I was expecting it to be a cheap shit piece of Perspex, to be honest, seeing as the case was only like 39 quid. That's mental. Yeah, honestly, Grant, that's what I'd honestly do. Is I would look online for a wire extension for it. But say I think this This little baby i5 should be absolutely perfect for what we want it for, you know, running the servers and stuff like that. And then at least that way, you know, the Wreckfest server can run 24 hours a day, so if anybody wants to play on it. So we'll also be running the DDL Farm Sim server off of this as well. Right, so there we go. There is one complete server PC. So we're going to chuck it over here. We will flip the camera around in a minute, guys. Right, HDMI cable, that would come in really handy right now. Did see one somewhere. So this is my box of wires. I'm sure somewhere in here is a HDMI cable. More spaghetti junction. Nope, none of those. Oh look, another power supply for something. I swear to God, there was a fucking HDMI in here earlier on. Where the fuck is that HDMI cable gone? Everything else other than what I need. Right, bear with me, guys. There was a HDMI cable. Jade had already plugged it into the back of the screen for me. Ain't she a good girl? Right, I need to find a thumb drive with Windows. Right, so we've got a mouse, a keyboard, Windows, and a Wi-Fi dongle. Right, and then in a minute we will spin the old camera around. Right, let's get this plugged in. I'm going to need a mouse mat. Mouse mat and a chair. And what we'll do, so move you over here. Must get a charger for the tablet before it decides to die. Oh, sorry about the noise. Right, charger. Right, so like I said, just need to plug the tablet in, make sure that you don't die in the process of doing this. Get rid of all this crap. Right, so, holy fuck, it is really bright, that camera, isn't it? Right, so somewhere up here, we're going to have some power, or what? There we go. Hopefully, should boot straight into Windows. Just like that. Right. Always Windows 10 Pro. She's alive! She certainly is. Right, for a start, let's turn off the the flash on the phone. Dave, it's sneak time. Oh, bollocks, yes it is. Give me a minute, guys. If you don't know, Sneak Energy are dropping a new flavour today, boys. Sneak are dropping a new flavour, and it is Coca-Cola Millions. Come phone, wake up. Right, I agree to your terms and conditions. Custom installation. I had mine. What, you've ordered yours, have you? It's not even showing up on the fucking website, Ian. What are you talking about? Oh, Cola Launch. Ew, they've got their own little bit of they. Right, so these drives have been previously used before, so we're going to format all of this. Fuck off, man. That's going to be deleted. It's going to be deleted. 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 So that's unallocated space. That could be deleted. Right, so now both of these have been deleted. We're going to... My fucking phone. Right, we're going to install Windows there. Right, I want to fucking check out, men. Hello, Tazar. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just fighting with my phone. Right. Do. We'll get back to your comments in a momento, everybody. Can you please just let me check out? It's all your fault, Ian. You could have just ordered mine as well, but no. Fucking bitch. Yeah, I'm blaming you. What are you going to do about it? On the credit card it goes. Thank you, Dave. Your purchase has been authorized. Right, so Windows should be installing onto that. Oh, please don't boot back in and ask me to fucking do that again. Right, bear with me, guys. Jade's calling. Sorry, mate, I was on the phone. No, it's not. It's not broke. It's when you first install Windows, it reboots a few times before it actually does the final installation. Now you've got to go through all of that boring shit of next. So this won't be running. Oh, it's Rick. All right, Wick. No, this is this. You can't see it, can you? This PC that's right here is going to be my new server PC for things like Wreckfest and farming and stuff like that. I've still got my other two computers in the other room, but no, this is just built out of spare parts. A friend of mine, I rebuilt his PC. Not well, it's been over about the last week. He had a 2060 graphics card. He had a 850 watt Corsair power supply. Z490 Tomahawk MSI motherboard, a i5 10600K CPU, Corsair 240 water cooler, and then the parts that were in his old computer are the parts that we're currently using in this computer. So when I built his new computer, he didn't have any use for the old parts, so he said I could keep them. So I've just turned this into a server PC basically. This will stay on 24 hours a day to run the servers, so if anybody wants to play on them, they can. I'm with Scottish lad. Well, the thing is, at the end of the day, Rick, if you're using a capture card and sending data from the main machine to the streaming PC, then it doesn't have to be anything like over the top. I say this doesn't even have a graphics card in it. It's literally got an i5 um, 4700 in there. It's water cooled because it already had a water cooler on it. 16 gig of RAM. That's it. It doesn't even need a graphics card. Yeah, it's literally just going to run it from a DOS box, mate. I don't want to put a password in. I've just said no, thank you. All right, there we go. I put a password in. Yeah, just run it through this. Like that's the DOS box, isn't it? Um, Command prompt DOS box. Who's going to use this computer? Well, me, you fucking soppy twat. No, because I didn't put a username or I didn't put an email address and all of that in Boggo. I just click next. So it's not even linked to my Microsoft account, because I don't want this one to be. Both of my gaming PCs are linked to my Microsoft account. This one is just gonna, like I said, it's gonna sit under the desk, and it's gonna run 24 hours a day, so it doesn't need any of my personal information. Yeah, I wouldn't, never on a server PC would I log into like my Microsoft account and all of that, because it's just so unnecessary. No, we don't want none of your shit bloatware being installed. I set my file server to auto login, so when it updates Windows, it signs in. Yeah, as I say, I'm gonna go through. Because this is going to be on 24 hours a day, I'm going to do all the updates today, and then I'm going to turn the automatic updates off. So the only time that the servers will ever be down is, when I tell it to go down. Say if a game updates and the server's running, then I can pull the server down, do the game update, and then put the server back up. I mean, this thing will be literally running 24 hours a day. I'm going to turn all the automatic Windows updates off, everything. So it's just, it doesn't need no graphics card updates because it doesn't have one. It doesn't really need Windows updates because it's only running server-side stuff. Oh yeah, Wreckfest always has updates for sure. But this is going on my desk PC, so it'll go underneath the desk. So then this PC will be hooked up via HDMI to the top screen, so I can still use the bottom screen for playing all my games and stuff. And then I've just got to change the channel if I want to get to this PC. So, be piece to do. Yeah, I had a laptop running all my servers and stuff before. Yeah, I had a gaming laptop running all my stuff before. Wow, the reflection is fucking dreadful. Yes, and now I've got both of the gaming PCs in there. I've obviously got the race rig and the desk PC, and the missus has now got the gaming laptop. So she plays things like Sims and all of that. So the gaming laptop can handle that sort of thing. Right. Download the old Chromie. Oh yeah, just installing all the software. Well, to be honest, I'm going to download Google Chrome onto here and Steam. Google Chrome and Steam is about all I need on here, to be honest. I don't need Discord on it. I don't need any of that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm so used to doing this now. It's just I might. Sometimes I sit there and think, oh, should I just get a USB stick and put like all of the programs that I use on my computers you know, like Photoshop and Steam and all of that. Just have, you know, when I do a fresh Windows install, just have a USB there, plonk that in. It has all the install program on there. But then I think, well, what's the point? I mean, my internet's like 150 downloads, so I just don't see the point in doing it. It just makes no sense to me. I mean, it's running a little bit slow in here. I mean, I'm using a little USB Wi-Fi dongle, and it's only 2G, so it is running a little bit slower in here. But what can you do? You know, you just got to do what you can do. I was going to chuck the PC in the other room and hardwire it. Well, when it goes into the other room permanently, it will be hardwired. But at the moment, I'm in the kitchen because this is where I've got the most space, where the kids ain't going to come in and trample on stuff or me getting in the way. Right, just need to grab a drink. Yeah, my youngest daughter's currently up at A&E Miners because she decided to get hold of a small makeup brush. It's like a Q-tip, but it's a makeup brush with a foam end. She pulled the foam end off and stuck it up her nose. So she's currently up A&E with yeah, you know, she's up A&E with my missus and my missus's sister. And then I've got my eldest, she's in her room playing on her tablet. That's why the internet's going so slow, she's robbing all the internet for the tablet. You're watching Netflix? Oh, that's why the internet's going slow. No, you're alright. I was just winding you up. So my mate's just had his new internet installed today, 300 down and 100 up. For £25 a month. Might be fucking off Sky Internet by the sound of it. Right, so Chromie is installed. We need to download Steamy. Steam. Yes, I agree to the usual bullshit. I mean, it's not too bad, I guess, on the 2G Wi-Fi. And the great thing about this is running like two times 240 gig SSDs, and it's only server side, so like nothing really gets saved. You know, this is just running a server, so you download a couple of games, you run the servers, and you don't need you don't need a graphics card, you don't need a great lot of storage. Just having a nosy at this website my mate sent me. For fast interwebs. Damn it, they don't do it in my area. Well, that's a shame. Anyways, come on guys. It's gone a bit stale in the chat. Where's everybody gone? I mean, Ian said he'd be over at 3 o'clock and he's still not here. It's not available in my area, Rick, so... So they also do an option for 900 meg download. You know, that's nearly a fucking mental. You haven't slept, Tezza. Why have you not slept? Oh, what are you doing? Hello? Wait, don't go to sleep. Do. Oh no, Tezza, you still need to sleep, you silly old sausage. So the next bit is going to be the most involved bit. Where the fuck is Ian anyway? Ian said it'd be over by 3 and it's like 9 minutes past 4. Yeah, Rick, the next bit is going to be the most annoying bit. Is I've got to take this into the other room. I've got to find another plug socket to plug this into. Then I've got to run the HDMI cable from this up behind the desk PC that's there, up behind both the screens that are there, and then once that's done, I've got to boot back into Windows, and then I've got to then download Wreckfest and Farming, and then I've got to then reset all of the server stuff. So yeah, that will be rather interesting. And I need to make this on a static IP address as well. It's going to be great fun. Not. He said he wasn't going back to work though, Boggo. Let me just message him. I just messaged him. Oi, where you at, dickhead? No, I found on the Steam Workshop. I actually found a server, a Wreckfest server thing that you download. And when you download it, it's been updated a hell of a lot since the first time I tried it. You can put all your tracks and stuff in. What cars you want people to drive on certain tracks and track limits and how many laps and all of that, and you just hit the start button and that's it. I was running two servers of Wreckfest. I was running, one was normal Wreckfest that like all of the DDL lot were doing, and then the other server was just pure bangers. And the little thing that you download from Wreckfest Server Manager, I think it's called, on Steam. Yeah, that was pretty good. We're sending you a code. Yeah, literally go into the Steam Workshop, Rick, for Wreckfest, and type in Wreckfest Server Manager, and it comes up. You when you I take it you know how to get to the stuff that you've downloaded from the Steam Workshop. You just go like to your Steam Common and then Workshop, and then find the Wreckfest tool that you downloaded, and you can copy that onto the desktop, and then you have like I said, you have a little file there. Let me log in and I'll show you it working. Just need to get the code. I need to change the name of this PC. Right. So we need to install. Excuse me, fuck off. Do we not have Wreckfest? Looks like we're going to have to buy Wreckfest then. I'm sure I had it on here. Actually, I know, let's see what Wreckfest costs on here, because I know on CD keys it's 10 quid. Oh, fuck it, it's only 13 quid. Well, I know that. I wasn't... What? Right, I'm just going to turn you around a minute, guys. What do you mean there was an error setting up your transaction? Fuck off. Update your store country? What the fuck are you on about? Right, anyways, we'll buy that later. The woman's gone out and taken my wallet with her. Yeah, nice oven gloves. Yeah, they're a few years old, mate. They actually came out of they actually came from my work where I worked as a chef. They came from there. They went, when I moved into my mum's, they went to my mum's, and then when I went from my mum's, they went from my mum's to my house. So yeah, they're a few years old, them old oven gloves. So I bought them when I was a chef. Yeah, take it easy, Shawnee. I'll see you at 7. Yeah, I'm just downloading the server tool now, mate. But you still need the game to be able to run the server. Because it asks you where your game's installed. Yeah, without the game, Rick, it can't read the server information, because it still need the game to be able to use it. See, I can't. See, because nothing's installed. Yeah, you can download it. But that's not the one I'm running, Rick. I'm running the one from the Steam Workshop, mate. I'm not running the dedicated tool from there. Yeah, you're talking about where the fuck is it? It's not even showing in the tools because I don't own the game. Yeah, you've got to own it. You've got to own the game to be able to get the dedicated server. Yeah, I have. I've searched it, mate. But because I don't own the game on this account, it won't let me say this is right. So if I click tools is activated. Tools is already activated up here. Don't know if you can see it. Tools is ticked. Scroll down to the bottom, and we go as far as Z, and there's no Wreckfest in there. No Wreckfest whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the other room onto the other computer, and then I'm going to gift it to this one. So bear with me. Right, we're back, we're back. Is anybody actually still here? Yes, there's 5 of you still here. Right, I'm going to check my emails. Right, they're meant to be sending me an email. The fuck? The joys of the Tinterweb, peoples. Right, I think I'm going to knock it off there, and I'm going to move this into the other room and get all of this download underway so I can get set up ready for later for Wreckfest. So if any of you out there that do play Wreckfest, want to play Wreckfest, you will find us on this evening, and the server should be up 24 hours a day after that. You're looking for Dr. Dave MCR, Monkey Clan Racing, and I hope to see you all there. So take it easy, everybody. So Tezza, Rick, Bogo, Ian, and anybody else that's still out there, we will see you a bit later. Bye for now. Take it easy.